What's good, YouTube? It's Ray Drill. So in today's video, I want to show you guys this pistol spread mini scheme in Next Gen Madden 23. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. So I am in the Ravens offensive playbook. Again, I'm in the Ravens offensive playbook. Excuse me. Now, what I want to mention is to all my current gen guys. Yes, I'm still putting current gen content out. Yes, I still will be uploading current gen. I just need to catch up with next gen. Next gen right now is getting the most attention, so I just want to make sure I expand on next gen so my next gen people out there can understand that yes, I am putting schemes on next gen. But current gen, don't worry, I got y'all. I promise I am going to be doing current gen. My next video will most likely be current gen, and I'm going to be fluctuating between current gen and next gen. And just moving forward, if you guys just want to sneak into the future, what I plan on doing is actually doing next gen and current gen on one video when I talk about schemes, so you can see for yourself the differences. So I just want to wait till the new Madden for that, and I'll test it out then. But for now, I'm going to do the current gen video, next gen video, that kind of scenario. So be on the lookout for that. And also, if you like any schemes that you see, remember you always can go on my website, allthingsmadden.com. The link is in the description, and you can actually request for me to make you a personal ebook for any formation that you like. Even this one right here, pistol spread, or if you like another formation that you want me to do an ebook on. Now I also have 13 already made ebooks on my website, so if you're interested, just go check them out. All of them are for current gen. I don't have any next gen ebooks right now. I just don't know if you guys want that this late into the year. If so, I will make one. So most likely I won't do it unless one of you guys say like, hey, can I have a personal ebook, and you guys go on there, request a form, and I do it. I don't know if I'm just going to voluntarily do it. I've been going back and forth. It's just already way late into the year. But with all that out the way, man, let's go on to get into this video. So what we're going to be looking at is this pistol spread. Now I did do this on current gen, but I wanted to do a scheme on next gen. Now the Ravens pistol spread is probably one of my favorites. They have a lot of great run plays. So you have the read option, which is extremely nice. The zone alert bubble is really good. Now the trap fake jet is pretty interesting. So actually what I am going to do here is I'm actually going to let you take a look at the I'll look at read option, we'll look at zone alert, and then we're going to actually come right here and look at the trap fake jet, because some of you guys might not know that one. So we'll look at the read option, zone alert, trap fake jet, and then what will come out in is just something, let's see, what do we want to come out in? We'll come out in, I really do like the jet pass, of course, but you guys know what that is. But I'm gonna come out in the zone fake jet, so you can kind of see how the, actually, you know what, let's do the zone alert X smoke, because I actually do really like that one. So we're gonna come out in dollar, because most of the time you're still gonna see dollar if you're in pistol. Now sometimes you may see nickel over, you still may see 3-3 normal, 3-3 cub. It depends on your opponent, but for the most part you're still gonna see this dollar, because dollar is just, you know, EA wants everybody to run dollar for some reason. I don't know why. But what I'm going to do here is pinch the defense, because that's most likely what you're going to see when you get online. Now, remember, this is the X smoke, so I'll just kind of show you what the blocking looks like. So, as you can tell, I mean, it's not like it's something super special. It's just literally a run play. But what I will go ahead and show you is I'll show you what this X smoke looks like, so you can kind of get an idea for that. And as you can tell, some formations they'll do that. Some formations they'll actually block him, but it's just a hit or miss. Now I'll show you what it looks like in man coverage also, so we are in man, and this is just so you can see what it looks like when you want to throw a square, because as you can tell, that time they kind of block them, but they don't really do that good of a job. And it's just, you know, it's just as you use it to your discretion. Also remember, you can flip the play with absolutely no tail at all, so don't forget about that. Now the read option, I'm only going to run this one time because it's a read option, it's self-explanatory. But I do want to mention this. Whenever you see there's no read man, that normally means that the defensive end is pinched. And normally what I do is I keep it anyways with my quarterback. That's just me personally. But you have to be quick on your reads with it. But like for example right there, I probably should have just gave it. It's one of the hardest things to do. Normally I don't like running read options when there's no read man. So let's just say I flip the play and there's no read man. Like I said, it's hard to tell when there's no in man on the line of scrimmage. So if you want, you could flip the play and make it to where you can actually read somebody. But if not, then you know, just it's literally your best guess. I hate to say it, but it's your best guess. Now with this alert smoke, the alert bubble, is exactly what it sounds like, but it's just a bubble route. And remember, on next gen, they actually don't make you do the forward animation, so you actually can throw those bubble routes against zone drop. So I like that when they start zone dropping, I should say. Now last thing I'll take a look at or show you is the fake jet. And notice how when you call fake jet, everybody pinches like the whole line, the whole receivers pinch inside. So I wouldn't come out with the, I wouldn't actually have this in my audible. I would actually come out in this play if I want to run it, because if you audible to it, they're gonna move and it's gonna give away, you know, what you're doing. But right here, I do like it because it is a trap style play. So notice I just completely missed my gap. But you guys see it. Like I said, run stick's not the best. Okay, I'm sorry. That's just not what I do. I like to give you guys some good dots. Okay, that's me. All right. So in this mini scheme, what I want to show you everything from wide, shallow, cross. Okay, so that's the only play we're going to be focusing on. So what we're going to do is go to cover 3. And we'll kind of talk about it, all right? So keep in mind, you can flip this play with no tail at all. So everything I'm showing you, you can run to the other side. So just don't think it's just only, you know, this side just because I don't flip it every time. And one thing I do want to mention is anytime you try to run bomb plays, you normally want to try to put your 2 receivers to the wide side when you're trying to bomb. So technically I should have the ball right here. Now, for this one setup, what I like to do is take triangle, put them on a streak. I like to take square, smart route is route. It might not look like it's much of a difference, but this is it regular and this is it smart routed. Okay, so it actually doesn't change. I feel like it did change. Anyways, I like this combo, and I take circle, put them on a smoke screen. Now, when would I run this? Okay, so I would only run this. Technically, this bomb's cover 3. But when I would run this would be if my opponent's playing some type of defense that maybe looks something like this, right? So where he's gonna user this guy right here, he's playing a double Mabel and he's only rushing 2 people with a quarterback spy, which is what happens a lot of times when you play somebody like Lamar Jackson type. So it's possible for somebody to run this style of defense, though. This is the only time I would try to do this, okay? And why? Because you're gonna need a lot of time in the pocket. That is why. So what you're going to be able to do is step up, and you want to wait, and you want to throw that ball as soon as he crosses his face. And if you do, you're going to have a 1-play touchdown against cover 3. And again, please don't call this. There are way better things you can do if somebody wants to, you know, send like a base rush 4 or a base rush 3 actually for cover 3. There are better plays to run, okay? This is just one of those if your opponent's, you know, playing some double Mabel style, you know, and they're actually only rushing 2 with a spy or something. This is when I like this, okay? And the reason why this works so well is because of, honestly, this little combo right here. This little concept right here is really good because what it's going to do is it's going to pull the user down. No matter where he is, it's going to pull him down. And also this route right here, now it's just a simple drag route, yes, but the user is going to respect it. And what's going to happen here is they're going to believe that this is not going to be open. So they're going to use it here, or they're going to use it here, and they're going to wait for the playmaker. And while they're waiting, what we can do is we can throw this ball as soon as he leaves him. And as soon as he leaves him, we'll have that, you know, wide open essentially. So that's how that works. And I'll show you one more time. Again, please understand that this is not a general rush 3 style cover 3 beater, okay? Because you just won't have time in the pocket. You know, I don't want to lie to you guys. You just won't have time. It'd be nice to think you did, but you won't, okay? So triangle on the streak, circle on the smoke screen, then we're going to go ahead and snap the ball. And don't worry, I have other setups and stuff for you guys, but I just need you to see that you can throw this. You just have to know the timing on it. So it's most important that you go in practice mode, you see the timing, but please don't try to run this versus regular cover 3, okay? Now, next thing we want to talk about is cover 2. So for cover 2, there's a couple things we can do. So I'm going to move the ball to the middle and just to make everything easier for right now, and then I'll move it to the hash marks to kind of show you what I like. So there's 2 ways I like to bomb cover 2. So what I like to do is take circle out here. I put them on a comeback instead of that streak. Now right here, I like to take triangle. How do I do this? Okay, yeah, take triangle, put them on out route, smart route is out route. Now I like to take X, put them on the in route, smart route is in route. And what's going to happen here is that this out route is going to widen out that safety. This comeback is going to widen out this safety, and this X route is going to occupy the mid read. So we're going to have a natural cover 2 beater here as long as I have time in the pocket to show you. Ooh, I forgot to go to cover 2. So don't run that versus cover 3, okay? I thought I clicked cover 2, but I guess I didn't. I think it's when I move the ball. But what I'm gonna do is spy these 2, just so I can have a tiny bit of time in the pocket. But again, this one set up the circle on the comeback route. We're gonna take triangle, put them on the out route, smart route is out route, and then we're gonna take X, put them on the in route, and then we're gonna smart route it. So this is just personally my favorite, but you can run it a different way, and I'll show you here in a second. But what you're gonna be able to tell is that we're gonna have that wide open, and you might be wondering, well, why is this your favorite setup in particular? And I'm gonna talk about it really quick before I hop into the other setup. So the reason why I like this play is because what's going to happen a lot of times is that the user is going to be on either this vertical hook or this vertical hook. So what's going to happen here is that if the user is on this vertical hook, he's going to start running with this because he's going to see this get open. And what that means is that when he starts running with that, we'll have this wide open right here. Now, if the user is on this vertical hook, a lot of times what will happen is he'll run with this route right here. He'll run with it, and then he'll try to peel up and guard that, but by that time it's too late. Or if he does disappear, then you can actually have this wide open because the vertical hook is responsible for this route. So you can tell that's literally why I like this setup. So now that's one way that we can actually beat cover 2. Now another way that we can beat cover 2 is we can actually just let's just say we were on the right hash mark, right? And remember, you can flip your play with no tail. So actually, let's say the left. It's going to make it a lot easier and time consuming. So wherever your wide side of the field is, wherever the wide side, so this is our wide side of the field right here. So you want to look for this route right here, the circle route. So what you want to do is press circle, triangle, circle. You want to smart route it. So notice how it's more of an up and out. And what you want to do here is take your slot, motion them over, put them on a streak, take X, put them on a zig route. And this right here will destroy cover 2. So make sure we are in cover 2 this time. Okay, so I'm gonna spy these two just so I can have a little bit of time in the pocket. So I love this setup. You might be wondering why I have a post with this streak, and the reason why is because this post route is gonna hold this safety right here. He's gonna hold that safety where Savage is. So, and this streak is gonna actually do a nice job of getting open. You just kind of need to step up or move, and then you'll be able to throw that streak literally to split cover 2. And you might be thinking, Rel, is that post even necessary? And I promise you it is. And I love this setup because we're going to be able to bomb cover 2 from either way. And what I mean by that is you can actually throw this route right here. If you actually drift in a pocket and deliver a sideline strike, you can throw this. They won't let the safeties get there. Now, there is a setup which I'm about to give you in a second that's going to get this route a little bit more open. But essentially, you can tell what happens here. So the reason that he can't cover this is because he actually gets man matched onto this for a second. So notice how he's turning and he's running with that because he's locked onto him. That's his man. But this bad thing that happens is that he's behind the receiver right here, which is why we could throw a nice little dart across the middle because he'll never get there, if that makes sense. But I just want to show you that you can throw this. I like this combo still because we still have this as an option, okay? And more than likely what normally happens with this route, with this concept, is that the user will either be trailing this guy or they're gonna trail this guy right here, number 3. They're gonna trail him, and when they do that, you want to throw this right here. So again, I'll talk to you about that in a second. And this video is gonna get wrapped up here in a second. This video is already too long. I promise y'all, I'll try to get these videos in under 10 minutes. I don't know why, man. I can't do it. But the second setup I wanted to give you is this right here. This will absolutely destroy cover 2. And also, you want to drift to the right when you run this play. It just helps it get open a lot easier. So notice how we drift to the right, and it's going to make that window a lot more open. So again, I did change up the route concept on this one, but instead of a post, we put them on the in route. And what happens is when you put them on the in route, it's going to allow this safety right here to react a lot better. But you still may be able to have it. It just depends. But I love this setup because it's going to force the user to have, if the user runs with our streak a lot, I like to use this setup because what's going to happen here is that we'll be able to dump this ball right here because this is a vertical hook that's driving on that, by the way. And these are just spies, that's out the way. So hopefully, you won't get picked off like that. But anyways, I like this because if they zone drop this cornerback, you'll be able to throw this zig route all day and night. You'll be able to have it. And of course, as you can tell, you want to drift to the pocket and you want to aim this ball to the sideline to where the safety can't get there. So the harder you throw this ball to the sideline, the better for you if you want to throw that. But also, you do have this nice little dot. Now, last thing I want to talk about in today's video is man coverage. And again, I would go over more plays and stuff in eBooks. It's just this video is already too long for my liking already. And I want to hold you, I want you guys to be able to watch this in a reasonable amount of time. So last setup, I like versus man coverage. You want to take circle, put them on a comeback. You want to take X and put them on a slant, and that is all you need to do. And please remember, you can flip this play, okay? You can flip it and run it to the other side. You don't have to run it to the same size that I'm running it. This is just example purposes, okay? Now, versus man coverage is very self-explanatory. You're going to look for a slant, your in route, and lastly, normally, you're not going to, hopefully you don't get hollered at like that, but you're going to look for the post route, okay? And again, I may show you just one more man coverage setup I like. I just don't want this video being too long. And obviously, you can block your running back if you need to. But right here with this particular setup, you want your best route runner here because you really need to win on this slant, okay? And I will put my best route runner here and probably my second best route runner here. Well, really, you want to alternate between this one being your best and this one being your best. And the reason why is because both of those routes we need to win on. We need to win on this post route. We need to win on that slant, because when we do, we're going to force the user to have to choose between the slant. The in route is more of a decoy. If you have a good person running it, or if you have a good matchup, you could definitely throw this in route. But what you want to do is have this post route be one of your best players that's running it, because where we're going to look to throw this ball is out here, so he can actually go run and get it. And I'll show you one more example of that. I didn't get to get a good example just because the pass rush went crazy. But, you know, that may happen on, you know, online. But if you want to, you can technically leave him on the drag. But I like the slant because it's going to get open a lot better. Slants are, you know, a man beating route. So, again, you want to just throw square, let him get open. And if you have your best player, that's normally what it's going to look like, minus him dropping the ball right there. But you're going to be able to read it like that. So, another setup that I do like, too, is actually still doing circle on a comeback, and then we can actually take triangle here, put him on a slant, and we could technically actually, if I do that, I'm gonna put him on a drag. And then what we're gonna do here is just well, I'm trying to think. So if I'm gonna put him on a slant, I'll put him on a smoke screen. Now you might be wondering why, and it's simply because we need to get this guy out the way. So this is another setup I like, and this setup is more so if they're shading over the top. This setup's really good. Or if they're playing man with purples, this setup is really good too, because what's going to happen here is that we're just going to have, you can read the drag, the slant. Now obviously that was cover 3, but I forgot to go to man coverage. But anyways, I really love this setup versus man coverage, because what's going to happen here is that, you know, he's going to be on this route right here. You know, you're going to read between the drag and then the slant, and then you're going to look up top to see if you can possibly have, you know, a nice busted coverage with that, you know, busted man coverage. But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for this video, though. Like I said, man, make sure you guys remember that you can, you know, you can flip the ball, move, you know, flip the ball, move the hash marks. Not move the hash marks, but you can flip the play, run plays, you can flip the plays. Now, there are a lot of other plays in here that I didn't even get to touch on. PA deep end is a really nice play. Basic setup for that is square on a streak. You can put triangle on like a hitch, or you could put triangle on an in route. You could take circle and still just smart route his route to where it's ran a little bit more outside. You know, there's so much you can do with this playbook, man. You can have triangle right there. You can have R1, and then of course, as you know, you can have X. So it's just, you know, there's so many plays, there's so many things that you could do with this offense. I just literally cannot have time to process all of it for you guys. So if you're interested in an ebook, make sure you go on there, request the ebook on the website, allthingsmadden.com. But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I do hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm Ray Jarrell, and I'm out.